Hello and welcome back to our Vlandian Night Adventures. We're actually fighting against 700 of the Empire's greatest well, I'm kind of not telling the truth there. No, they're not really the greatest forces, but we are fighting against 700 and something of them, so we're going to see how we do. Anyway, we're going to move forward here. We're going to take a bit of an aggressive posture against them initially, and then we'll try to modify our stance here a little bit. Let's get our archers over here, and then our infantry into a shield wall, and then we will make sure that the enemy's cavalry is not capable of really doing that much at all by hopefully coming in. Oh, nice damage. Oh yeah, I like it. I like seeing that damage, especially considering I'm usually not very good at precise strikes, especially considering that guy just blocked me with his shield. That's also something, you know, that's always been a part of Mount and Blade in general. Whenever there's a couch lance or something like that, someone can literally parry it or block it, and that's, well, it's probably not going to really happen, is it? You know, being able to literally block a horse that is traveling at a pretty significant speed, probably unlikely for the most part. Anyway, I'm basically just going to sort of relax at this point, because I don't want to let my people go into an auto-delegation. And as a result, I'm basically just going to sort of hang back a little bit here. And yeah, I took 104 damage to the arm. I'm not entirely sure how that was even possible, but apparently I did. Anyway, hopefully my forces will do a pretty reasonable job of eliminating the enemy here. I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in now. My archers can just continue to do massive damage, and this is going to be a very simple fight indeed. I might actually try to take out a couple of the staggered units here, or the stragglers, should I say, the stragglers. Those are that's the word I was looking for, not the staggered units, the stragglers. Thank you very much. Anyway, we're going to hopefully try and take out a couple of those, and then a victory will be in our grasp. Not thanks to me, obviously, but thanks to the fact that my units are actually pretty decent. Ooh, I'm being risky. I'm being risky right here. This is not good. That is not good at all. Okay, let's move my archers a little bit ahead here as well, and then we'll get them into nice range of the opponent. What do you bet I'm going to get killed by some low-tier unit? Huh? What do you bet? I bet 10 billion galactic credits. What do you bet? How about that? I mean, really, I'm going to die from something really, really low tier, if anything. I can only hope that I don't, because otherwise my forces are going to go into auto-delegation and they're going to be absolutely useless. But if I do die, it will be by a recruit or some random Imperial militia or something like that. It would be funny if I died from this guy now, though. That's the enemy lord, I believe. Yeah, let's be a bit careful. Yeah, I think I threw that out of the window a long time ago, didn't I? Let's be careful, all of a sudden. Yes, no, that is not happening. That is not happening. Careful is not in my nature, thank you. Well, not at the moment, at least. There we go. Take him down. And I think we're pretty good. And it was actually very, very heartening for me to see a number of comments from people that actually do know the reference of Bruce Force. So thank you for that, because that it warms my heart. It does. It warms my heart to know that you've been around for that long. It's crazy. Thank you so much for being with me this long, to be honest. That is staggering. That is absolutely staggering. Not straggling, staggering. Yes, that is staggering. Anyway, I'm going to try and make these guys, I think. These guys seem decent. Into companions. I like it. As my shoulder cracks painfully. That was good. Lovely. You didn't hear that, but yeah, that was... Ow. Anyway, 15 deaths only. 15. Not 5015. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that. I thought to myself, yeah, we're probably going to suffer about 50, actually, but not too much. All right, Achios can go, because we might be able to persuade him. I believe he is indeed the leader of his clan. And Curion, obviously, is the leader of his clan as well. And I think Gifor is too. So being able to release all of these guys is just going to give us more opportunities in the future. And I would very much hope to do that. crazy look in that woman's eyes, as you could no doubt tell as well. Anyway, I'm going to take all the prisoners, even though I'm probably not going to be able to sell all of them, to be fair, because I'm pretty far away from any town, and they're most likely all going to be jettisoned, I suppose you could call it, in no time at all. I'm going to go to Varcheg anyway, just because we might be able to maybe sell some of them, but as you can see here, we're moving at 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. It's literally going up by the second, and that means that we're losing literally like 50 prisoners per second or something like that. Britannia is proposing peace. I'm actually wondering whether we should say yes to that and then just focus on the Northern Empire. Should I? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see how that actually goes, because we're not actually doing any siege against them at the moment. And if we were, I would probably say no, but it would be a good idea to kind of refocus our efforts, and then we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's go into the trade screen here. I would like to sell a number of things. Let's sell all of this. Okay, apparently we can't sell all of this because it is too expensive. So I'm just going to sell all of the cheap stuff, and then we'll go and sell our prisoners as well. Alright, so I'm going to leave the town with about 4,000 here, and we're also going to be doing a little bit of upgrading here as well, because it really makes a huge difference to our companions if we can give them some additional gear. It really does. Anyway, I'm going to ransom all prisoners right here. I just literally want to make as many skill points gain as possible. Because if I can do that, then I'm literally going to have a very strong character in the end. And that's also the reason why I should really start speccing into other things. Because here's the thing, I haven't specced into athletics at all. I probably should have specced into that a little bit. I probably should have specced more into smithing as well, because of course I'm doing quite a bit of that at the moment. And I probably should have specced into something like bows, probably. I mean, that's the point. I didn't really want to use bows in this series because I am playing a Vlandian Knight, and technically Vlandian Knights don't necessarily use bows of any kind, maybe crossbows, but that's pretty much it. So I kind of wanted to err on the side of caution in that regard. Anyway, we do have this fellow's army coming at us. Does he have anything good, though? That's the point. Does he have anything good? It doesn't seem as though he does. I'm in a bit of two minds at the moment, because Cranarog Castle is actually going to be under siege relatively soon, or maybe not if he decides to turn off, because we are up. The cohesion. Yes, the cohesion has expired. Fantastic. Okay, now this gives me a good opportunity to speak to some clan leaders, if I can actually get into a conversation with them. What about Mr. Yorig? What about Mr. Yorig? Because I think he might indeed be the leader of his clan. Yes, he is. It's a pretty large clan as well, as far as I'm aware. So we're just going to send a messenger to him. And Lantenor, I'm not entirely sure whether he is the leader. No, Gifor is the leader of his. We're going to send a message to Gifor as well, and we'll see how that goes. There we go. Yorig is obviously the closest, so our message is going to reach him very quickly indeed. Aha, hello there. He is open to it, but here's the thing. It really depends on how much money he has. What I might want to do is, someone actually did mention this to me, and what I might want to do is trade some items to him for his for his cash, I was going to say. Well, apparently that makes no difference because he's joined us. I'm actually really surprised. Okay, great. That's fantastic. Did you have anything to bring us? He did. Varnovapol. He actually brought us Varnovapol, which is very nice. Okay, pretty good. Not too bad. As you can see, we've actually taken everything in this area now as well, so this is really nice. And this is where our territory begins, technically. And over here, of course. And over here, and all that. Yeah, it's kind of a bit sporadic at this point, but you know, don't worry about that. It's gonna get better with time. What about Mr. Arcor? Let's speak to Mr. Arcor and see what he's all about. Lukon is the leader of his clan, of course, of course. Okay, let's actually take a look at the Northern Empire here, because we might want to speak to some people. Let's try and speak to Incurion again. He has -5 relation. It's highly unlikely that he's going to be speaking to us. Gifor, I think, has a pretty decent amount. Lukon is, of course, the leader of the faction. Krotor has -15, so that's not going to happen. Achios has a decent amount. So let's send away a messenger for him. And then who else do we have? We have the guy that's currently in an army, and then this Aaron guy who has left our faction multiple times. He's a faction hopper, so he's probably not going to be someone that is willing to speak to us. I am going to be attacking these guys, though, because if we can eliminate them and then try to increase our relation with them by letting them go and so on, then that is going to be really good. Oh, one of my favorite maps, actually. We get to go on one of my favorite maps. I like this a lot. Now, the reason why I like this, actually, is because of the bridge. The bridge is a huge centerpiece in this battle. And unfortunately, we're not starting on the other side of the riverbank to the opponent. If we did, then that would be even more fun. But I like the difference in environment, because you have flat battlefield here, you have trees to provide a small obstacle for cavalry, and then obviously you have the river in the center. Well, technically, it would be in the center if we were fighting on that side. But, yeah. So you have a wide variety of different biomes to sort of deal with. And especially the bridge, I think, is really cool because it forces people into such a tight bottleneck. And you can imagine if you have a huge contingent of archers on one side and the infantry of the enemy is trying to come over the bridge, you're going to see an absolute slaughter. So that would be very cool. That would be very cool if we could make that work at some point. But obviously, our enemy is just right in front of us here, not even across the bridge, so nothing really to worry about there. Otherwise, we're just going to... Ooh, we've got 18 archers. I mean, horse archers, that is. So that's pretty nice. I'm just gonna get out my polearm here. I'd like to do a little bit more couch lancing. I feel like couch lancing is super fun, so I'd like to do a little bit more of that. But obviously, due to the AI being on such a high combat difficulty, I haven't changed it, by the way. I did say in the previous episode that I was considering changing it just purely for the fact that they are so supernatural about their blocking in sieges. But obviously that's not really... it's not really something that I am consistently having issues with. I mean, I am consistently having issues with it, but I'm very rarely going into a siege and then, you know, having that issue. So I'm kind of just going to leave it the way it is and until it gets too frustrating to deal with, and then I might decide to change it. But I'll definitely let you know if anything changes with my difficulty. It's exactly the same as it was at the very beginning of the series, which is, of course, you saw it. I mean, you saw it. It's basically all maximum and so on, you know. Everything is on the best possible setting, which is interesting because I personally feel like playing on the highest difficulty on in Bannerlord is very different from playing the highest difficulty in Warband. In Warband, it would create this somewhat vacuum of tedium. Because obviously, if you have a campaign AI on a high setting in Warband, it is going to make the enemy into some absolutely awful grinding situations, and you're literally going to have to go against the same vassals again and again and again and again. And yes, that might be the same in Bannerlord as well, but the way that it's tuned in this game is just that slight bit different, and as a result, it doesn't mean that someone, you know, a vassal is just going to go away, and then 5 minutes later, or maybe not even 5 minutes later, they come back with the utter highest tier of unit, and then those units just murder you. Yeah, so that doesn't happen in Bannerlord as much, because they do have a little bit more balancing on that. They have done some tuning on it already, because as we no doubt experienced in one of our previous series, I think it was with Byron, they actually had a patch where they reduced the amount of recruits that vassals can indeed bring, because otherwise, you know, when they get defeated, they're going to go to villages and they're going to recruit from those villages, and as a result, they're only going to be getting volunteers, you know, the very first tier of unit, and that's really not very good, is it? No, it's pretty awful. However, now it is a little bit different. Apparently, we still can't do it. Anyway, now it is a little bit different where they have made it so that vassals can actually take units out from garrisons, which does make a big, big difference to their army composition. Because sometimes they'll have mostly recruits if they haven't been able to take anything out of a garrison. Or if they haven't been able to take any high-tier units, at least, out of a garrison. So that's actually pretty good, in my opinion. I think that's quite a nice way of doing it. Anyway, I'm going to try to persuade Achios here. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know whether he has any fiefs that we really want. Oh! I can't believe I failed an 87%. Okay, cross your fingers. We've got one more chance. Ooh, okay. Whew. That was a little bit close. Okay, so how much money does he actually have? He only has 15,000? Are you serious right now? Do I literally have to? Let me actually just take a quick look here real quick. No. Okay, no. That's not going to happen, sir. I will not be falling for your tricks. I will not be giving you 500,000 for one castle. Yeah, that does not make sense in any way. So, yeah, we won't be doing that. I actually wonder who owns Epicrotia. I believe it is Crotor, isn't it? Isn't it Crotor or something? Okay, well, whatever the case, I'm going to be giving this to this guy. Basically, I'm just going to go with the majority at this point because I just want to make sure that every single person has something that is actually going to be applicable to them instead of it being super far away from their other fiefs. So usually the game will actually suggest the right thing in that regard. Anyway, we're going to get another critical success almost immediately here, which is very nice. And cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get him. Okay, come on now. Yeah, there we go. We actually got him. I can't believe it. Okay, so who did he, what did he actually bring to us? Myzea. Look at that. He actually brought Myzea over to us. That's fantastic. All right, so now what I should definitely do... Oh, yeah. You know what I should do? I should take a look at the Crusade. Oh, yes. Okay, so... I think Saratus joins for free, doesn't he? Oh, Aradwir left the Batanians. Monchug is obviously the leader. Hurunag. I think Hurunag might actually join us, potentially. So I'm going to send a messenger to him. We'll see whether he comes over. Ilatar, I don't know whether he joins. Akram, I don't think he does. I think he needs a huge amount of money. Tulag might actually join. I'm trying to remember from previous experience. Yeah, Tazla, he might join actually, but he's got -8 relation, so it's highly unlikely. In my opinion, Vipon, he might join as well. He's also got -10 relation, which is not very good. Then we got Tovia right here. He might join, but again, negative relation. So it's going to be a bit of potluck, really, a bit of potluck. So it might be happening, might not be. Really depends on their current mood, I guess you could say. Yeah. It's going to be a bit difficult. Okay, so the marketplace has refreshed itself to a certain amount, but not that much. We're just going to be ransoming most of our prisoners once again and just leveling up our forces as much as we can. Now, next time I'm able to take prisoners, I will basically be just keeping them in my prisoner's hold, because anytime I can keep them in the prisoner's hold, I'll be able to persuade them and so on, and that's definitely going to make a good difference. Okay, so I have a proposal that will benefit us both. He has 126,000. All right, so let's see if I can sell some stuff to him, and then maybe we will be able to bankrupt him. Maybe that would be a good idea. Maybe. Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look. This is not particularly good. I should really have crafted swords in my inventory. 1? Okay, I'd like money, please. I'd like all of your money. There we go. Okay, how much do I have to... Do I really have to give you that much? Okay. Are you serious right now? I think I might have to literally just go and make something. Yes, okay. I would definitely need to do that. Okay, so let me go and do that in preparation for the other messengers that are going to be arriving to the other... Oh, are you serious? Ah, okay. Are you in an army at least? Yes, you are in an army, you imbecile. Why are you in an army? Ah, oh well, never mind. Okay, so let's go into the smithy because we are definitely going to need something here. And let's try and smelt something. Where's Thorgood? Is he actually here? Oh. Yeah, having so many companions is cool, don't get me wrong, but it is very difficult to make it work in the best of times. Okay, so what about this? I'm going to use the Knightly Arming Blade. And then we'll try to increase this a little bit. There we go. Maybe use this. There we are. Let's try to increase that as well. Increase the size. And then we'll try to get a good grip on it as well. Something like this. Something like that, I guess. That seems pretty good. And then the pommel. We obviously want to use something... Oh, wow. 218 difficulty. That's crazy. Okay, so let's just continue to do that. We're actually... Oh, we increased our smithing skill by 34 skill points. And 11. And 9. And 5. Crazy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so yeah, let's just continue doing that. Continue doing that. There we go. Okay, so now we can smelt a couple of things. We do have a lot of... what is this? Just regular steel. Yeah, we do have a lot of regular steel. As you can see right here, we can gain a huge amount. Look at this. Crazy. And obviously we do have those opportunities to also gain some fine steel as well. But they are very far and few between. Like that, for example. That one... And this... Oh! I literally just smelted one of my crafted two-handed swords. Idiot! Why? Why did I do that? Okay, never mind. My bad. I was just looking at the resources. Okay, so let's actually just take a quick look. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Not as good as what Thorgood was able to make beforehand, but I think that should be enough for our next meeting with the last guy. Which just so happens to be Tovia, and I bet he doesn't have any money anyway. Oh, never mind, he's not even in an army. Okay, he's not even in an army, so we should be able to persuade him to join us. Let's try. Boom, there we go. Are you going to join for free? You're not! He has 25,000, so that's probably the reason. Okay, how much? Oh, ooh, we might be able to get him. We might be able to get him just by trading him a couple of swords. So let me see if I can find them. I have so much stuff. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, this is... okay. There we go. Okay. What, 110? Oh, it removed one of my swords. Okay, sure, 110,000. Why not? Let's get him to join us and see how he does. Because if he ends up leaving, then obviously we're going to try and make him pay as much as he possibly can. But other than that, does he actually bring anything with him? It doesn't seem like it. Ugh. Oh well, never mind. At least we kind of have a little bit more of an idea as to what we should do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade them. He's got 24,000. So let's just give him one sword. Because he might think that he has a... Wait a minute, where am I? There we go. One sword, there you go. For his money. There we go. Done. Okay, now let's see. Okay. Oh, he's actually willing to listen to me. He's actually willing to listen to me. I thought he would be in a... I thought he'd be in an army, but he's not. So this is a very good opportunity, especially considering we have already taken his money. Oh no! I think that's a fail. Yeah, that is indeed a fail. The 79% chance completely messed it up for me right there. And there you go. All right, so even though I was able to pull off the wonderful merchant steel switcheroo thing, I wasn't able to do anything else. Oh well, never mind. At least we have a really good idea as to where we want to go next. And we're also going to try and... Oh wow, apparently this guy also can be persuaded? Maybe he'll join us for free. Would be cool if he could join us for free, to be honest, without me having to try and persuade him. Because let's face it, most of the Khuzait do like to be persuaded, so... Yeah, this guy has 78,000, so yeah, there's no way. We did get someone though. Unfortunately, it is Tovier, and he has a tier 3 clan, which is not exactly amazing. But anyway, that will be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.